Hello students, good morning to the biology class. And students, today we are going to study about placenta, birth of baby. It means about perfusion in human beings as well as lactation. So students, first of all, going to know what is placenta. As you all of you studied in previous lecture, there is the formation of all the three membranes take place in the cleavage phase of gastrulation. The formation of these three germ layers is known as gastrula, and this process is known as gastrulation. So students, first of all, know about what is placenta. In very short hand, the structural and functional the structural and functional physical connection. The structural and functional physical connection. Between mother to their fetus is called placenta. Is that clear? It means placenta is a structural and functional physical connection that helps in provide all the types of nutrition or essential things to the fetus. It means developing embryo by the mother through this structural and functional physical connection that is called placenta. Here students, you all of you visualize this umbilical cord. This umbilical cord helps in transportation of the food from the mother to the developing embryo. And this whole structure that is formed by the fundus of the uterine and the endometrium. This is the placenta. Is that clear? In short, you can say that the structural and functional physical connection between mother to their fetus, it means developing embryo, is known as placenta. Now going to know how the placenta is formed or from where the origin of placenta takes place. So students, the tropoderma blastocyst, the blastocyst, the membrane around the blastocyst, that is the tropoderm layer, a germinal layer of ectoderm type, get differentiated as chorion, and this is also called fetal membrane. Chorion membrane and allantois membrane, these are the two respectively formed membranes through the tropoderm. It means the outermost layer, germ layer, that is ectoderm. Now, from endoderm, two more membranous pouches give rise. Two membranous pouches give rise to yolk sac. Either students, one thing more important to know that in human, the human egg or ovum, it means female gamete, is allantoic. It means elliptical. What is the means of elliptical? It means absence of yolk, but yolk sac is present. Is that clear? There is no yolk is present inside the human female gamete, but yolk sac is formed. So the endoderm makes another two more membranous pouches, that is the yolk sac and allantonic. What is allantonic? The inner both membrane, the amnion membrane and the endometrium membrane, and around this unfolded finger-like or villi-like structures are called chorion. What? Chorion membrane. These are the chorion. These chorion villi are collectively forms the membrane that is called allantonic. Is that clear? Since human eggs are elliptical, as I will told you that it means absence of yolk, lack of yolk, yolk absent. So the yolk sac remains highly reduced. Due to absence of yolk, the yolk sac get highly reduced as shown in this diagram. And the allantoic, these two membranes, the red and this black membrane, and this is the outer, or you can say that this is the uterine endometrium. Beside in uterine endometrium, the inner two folded structures, that is the allantois, now spread throughout the cavity and gets fused with the chorion. And as I will told you that this collectively forms the chorion. This chorion is associated with the endometrium and villi. This chorion is associated with the endometrium. This is the endometrium, and the villi, the structure that are present throughout the placental membrane that helps in implantation of the embryo inside the uterus. Okay, and this is the student umbilical cord. Umbilical cord helps in the transport of all the essential things as well as the waste matter outside through this amniotic fluid. Is that clear? It means this is the physical connection between the mother and the fetus. That is called the part of placenta or umbilical cord. Is that clear? Now, thus placenta in human being is allantoic. Is that clear? Allantoic, it means without the presence of any yolk sac and no kind of any hard or rigid layer are present outside the fertilized egg. Is that clear? Now function of placenta. What is the function of placenta? Placenta is just not just the connection between the mother and the fetus to provide nutrition and nourishment. It also plays many important roles. Some of them are discussed here. It acts like lungs. Yes, students. It acts like lungs. Why we call lungs? Because the amnion membrane, it means amniotic membrane of the chorion, helps in the gaseous exchange through the membrane by simple diffusion process, through which the fetus perform the process of breathing, or you can say that also the process of respiration in fetus or developing embryo take place. That's why the placenta acts as lungs for fetus, because helps in gaseous exchange, oxygen and carbon dioxide by simple diffusion process. Placenta allows the disposal waste of the fetus, hence act as ureter. Placenta allows the fetus waste to pass out from the amniotic fluid. That's why it also acts as ureter. Not only it helps in, as I was told you that all the essential food, nutrition or other things which are supplied by the mothers to their young baby is by the means of placenta. Placenta is just a plug that connects the mother to their developing embryo or developing baby inside the uterus. Okay. Next, it helps in provide nutrition to the fetus and also protect from infectious diseases due to presence of immunoglobulin proteins. Many kind of immunoglobulin proteins are also present inside the amniotic fluid, and this amniotic fluid also provides protection against any kind of infectional diseases such as smallpox. If a pregnant mother suffers from the smallpox or cowpox disease, then there is no effect on the baby or developing baby due to presence of this immunoglobulin protein. Is that clear? So, these are the important functions of the placenta. Now, birth of the baby, that is called partition and lactation. In simple, you can say that the birth of a baby through the birth of the baby from the mother womb is known as partition. So, the birth of baby, it means its expulsion from the mother's body after about 36 weeks, it means 9 months of the pregnancy, with the secretion of pituitary hormones, that are the oxytocin and prostaglandins, cause uterus to contract and labor pain begins. This labor pain propels the baby towards vagina, and finally the baby comes out from the mother's body. This is called partition. Is that clear? In simple, you can say that the birth of the baby from the mother's body or from the mother is known as partition. And there is the physical conditions which completely explain how this phenomena take place. Now lactation. In very simple terms, you can say that the secretion of the milk in the mammals as well as human mothers after the birth of the baby is known as lactation. The first 2 to 3 days of the milk contains highly enriched nutritious nutrients. One of the important nutrients is colostrum protein that helps the baby to fight against many infectious diseases because it is highly enriched with the immunoglobulin proteins. So, this is the necessary to feed a mother after the birth of a baby. It not only makes the baby healthy and provide good immunity, but also helps in the growth and development of the child. It means their intellectual growth and as well as mental growth, both. So, this is very necessary to feed the baby first 2 to 3 days necessarily, because this milk contains, this yellowish color milk contains a special protein that is called colostrum. It is enriched with DHA, immunoglobulins and many kind of essential amino acids. Is that clear? So, about 1 to 3 days after the baby is born, the breast begins to secrete milk. This is called lactation. Thus, students, the reproduction in human being chapter is about to complete, and there is one topic is skipped by myself, that is the menstrual cycle. In next video lecture, we are going to discuss about the menstrual cycle in more details. Thanks students for joining today's lecture.